Hello, I'm teacher Neela, your English teacher. Welcome to English class. This week we have a new topic, which is at the market. Yes, at the market. And this is found in your grade 4 pupils book on page 82. So if you have your book, you can open that to page 82 and you will be able to find the different vocabulary words and pictures so that you will be able to follow me as I say the word and spell them and even use them in sentences. Okay. So before we move on to our first vocabulary words, please remember that we are going to be using these phrases in our sentences later. Okay, there are lots of. When you say are lots of, there are many, there are so many. Lots of, many. There are lots of grapes. And when you say some, not so many, just a few. So you say there are some tomatoes. There are some. Okay, not so many. And there aren't any limes. You don't say aren't any, especially any, nothing at all. Many, none. There is nothing. Okay, so remember these phrases. Lots of, some, any. Okay, so we are going to use that later on, as I said, in our sentences. Okay, moving on. Let's now go to our different vocabulary words. Okay, and we will immediately use this in a sentence. Okay, so number one is watermelons. Watermelons. Okay. Watermelons. 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 There are lots of watermelons in Thailand. There are lots of watermelons in Thailand. Watermelons. Lemons. 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 There are some lemons in Tesco. There are some lemons in Tesco. Lemons. Limes. 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 There aren't any limes at home. There aren't any limes at home, meaning nothing. There is none. There aren't any limes at home. Limes. Next, coconuts. 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 That coconut. Okay, coconuts. There are lots of coconuts in the farm. lots of coconuts in the farm. Coconuts. Grapes. 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 There are some grapes on the table. There are some grapes on the table. Grapes. Grapes. Mangoes. 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 There are lots of mangoes in the Philippines. There are lots of mangoes in the Philippines. Mangoes. Last 4. Pineapples. 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 There aren't any pineapples yesterday. There aren't any pineapples yesterday. Meaning there were no pineapples yesterday. There aren't any pineapples. Pears. 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 There are lots of pears in the house. There are lots of pears in the house. Pears. Tomatoes. Tomatoes. There aren't any tomatoes in the fridge. There aren't any tomatoes in the fridge. Tomatoes. Tomates. Tomates. Tomatoes. The last one, onions. Onions. There are white onions, and this one is the red one. Onions. 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 There are lots of onions in the kitchen. There are lots of onions in the kitchen. Okay, so these are our 10 vocabulary words and sentences for the week. And we go back to number 1. We say them again. Watermelons. Watermelons. Lemons. Lemons. Limes. Limes. Coconuts. Coconuts. Grapes. Grapes. Mangoes. Mangoes. Pineapples. Pineapples. Pears. Pears. Tomatoes. Tomatoes. Onions. Onions. Okay, so those are our 10 vocabulary words, and I hope you are going to practice it, saying on your own, and try to remember them, how to say them, and how to spell them, and how to use them in simple sentences. Okay, you can just say there aren't any pineapples. That's correct already. No more yesterday. There are lots of pears. You can say that. There aren't any tomatoes. There are lots of onions. That's all. You can stop here with the name of the fruit or the vegetable. That's fine. Okay, I just added a few phrases after the vocabulary words that we have used. Okay? Now, I want you to look at this for our conversation practice. This is not so hard. I want you to look at these pictures on the left side of the screen. Okay, we have different kinds of fruits here, and we have here limes, coconuts, orange, pear, pineapple, banana, watermelon, apple, lemon, blueberry, watermelon, and a lot of fruits. Okay, and notice here in our question, the underlined word or highlighted word is coconuts, and there's a picture on top. Are there any coconuts? Look at the picture on the side, on the left side. Are there coconuts on this side? If there are coconuts, you answer with yes, there are. Yes, there are. If there is no, if there is none. Okay, example, I will ask. Okay, if there is none, you say, no, there aren't. No, there aren't. Meaning, may mean, nothing. So, are there any coconuts? If you will look here, yes, there is coconut. So you say, yes, there are. Okay, what if I'm gonna change this one to, I will say, are there any corn? Are there any corn? ข้าวโพดใช่ไหม corn. Are there any corn? Can you see corns here? Nothing, right? So you say, no, there aren't. Okay, do you understand? So if there is, you say, yes, there are. Nothing, none. No, there aren't. Easy. So try to practice the sample questions, okay? I hope you will do it. And I want you to practice your conversation time, the vocabulary words, saying them correctly and properly, and how to spell the words correctly as well. Okay? I am going to see you again next week. Have fun as you continue to do your exercise. Goodbye.